Shri Sharma, 17.
Thomas Stats, 18.
Mackenzie Bain, 18.
Gabby Moore, 18.
Kiosha Walker, 18.
Alright, I'm Maggie, and I'm going to be presenting a presentation to persuade you against animal testing or buying products that are used on animal testing. So, cruelty should never be a part of any civilized society, and in today's world, we use numerous animals to test our cosmetics and our chemicals and our drugs. Here are a few of the animals. Mice and rats are the majority, but cats, guinea pigs, rabbits, amphibians, birds, and other mammals are used in testing. Over 115 animals are used annually around the world, and 100 million of them die. So that leaves 15 million living in bad condition. They're no longer healthy anymore. One of the main reasons animal testing is bad is because it's unethical. We live in a country where it's bad to do this stuff to humans, so why do we do it to animals that can't talk? They're put in cages where they're left to suffer. Dogs, this dog's alive, but it's being, surgery is being taken on it. And then monkeys are put in these little boxes with their heads and they can't move to be injected with shots. They're burned, drowned, starved, and poisoned day to day just to put a new product on the market, and a new product that we don't need. The Public Health Service is supposed to conduct inspections on each institution to see whether the animals are being treated right or at least like being given painkillers, except the Public Health Service allows each company to conduct their own inspection, meaning that each company probably says, yeah, it's fine, we're treating the animals great, but in reality they're not given any painkillers and they're not given the service that they need to like live a happy life, I guess, in that situation. So not only is animal testing unethical, it's also, here's some pictures, but it's also wasteful. We're killing millions and millions of animals a year, and we're spending millions and millions of dollars to do it. Ohio State spent $1.9 million on dogs to do experiments on heart attacks. They all died. Harvard spent $16 million on drug experiments on monkeys. The University of Wisconsin-Madison spent $3 million for cool fighting experiments on mice. And around $16 billion are spent on animal testing everywhere. And part of that $16 million comes from us, the citizens, because we pay a tax that a part goes to the country to do this. Like, we unwillingly know that we're paying these taxes, and we're paying to buy animals that are going to be killed. Also, the thing about each of these experiments is that the animals are sedentary, which means that they sit in these boxes every single day. They have no change in physical activity. They eat the same thing. They do the same thing. And like doing a test on that type of animal doesn't show positive results on how it affects us, since humans have different changes in their day-to-day life. They like work out differently. They eat different foods. So like something that comes up positive says it works on these animals is not going to be the same for humans. And that's why animal testing is very unreliable. 92% of drugs work on animals and fail on humans. In 2011, the Institute of Medicine got rid of the use of chimpanzees because they said they were unneeded in biomedical research. And considering chimpanzees and humans have the closest biological makeup, why are we getting rid of them and still testing on animals that are nowhere near our makeup? So if something works on a rat, that's great. Like Dr. Richard Closeter said that we can cure cancer in rats, and that's great, but it's not going to work on humans, so why are we testing it on rats? Also, animal testing is very outdated and unnecessary. So today people still use in vivo testing, which is, it's Latin for within the living. So we do our testing in animals. But today we have modern technology where we can use in vitro and in silico. And in vitro means within the test or within the glass. And so we have the ability to test chemicals and test different things in test tubes. And we have the ability to read things on a computer that shows if it's like positive or negative. So why are we still using animals? There's a company called C-Tox, and they're the #1 leader in vitro testing. They actually came up with a tissue that shares the same key characteristics of human skin, and the tissue can be used to test skin allergies and irritations. And using this tissue eliminates the use of all mice and guinea pigs in the testing. There are also institutions that have created other methods, such as Harvard Weiss Institute. They've created a product known as organs on chips, and these little chips contain human cells that are grown to mimic the structure and the function of human organs. The chips show more reliable results on disease and drug responses than animals do. And so this is like the makeup and how it works with our human organs. And so they tested on this and they put it on a little tray, and it will pop up on a computer and tell you like if it will test positive or negative, and it can be like altered to each like human, like how it would affect them. Also, the European Union has completely gotten rid of animal testing for cosmetic products. They created tests that use human blood to pick up the chemicals and products that can cause potentially dangerous responses. So they developed these products so that they no longer needed to use animals in cosmetic testing, along with Israel and India. They solely use technology to see whether a cosmetic product is harmful or not. They have found that technology advances show more accurate responses. For example, they used a chemical test to test the reaction time of a chemical burning through the cornea on rabbits, and they changed that to using the tissue and finding the results from that. Also, the most easiest one to do is just using humans for the actual test. There's a thing called microdosing, and they use it a lot in psychedelics and drugs to see how it affects a person. But you can also do it with chemicals, and it's when you give one person, a volunteer, a small dose of the chemical or the medicine or the product, and to see how it reacts with them on a molecular level. And they do this with high-tech imaging monitors to see how the drug reacts with the body. So the main reason people haven't moved on from animal testing is because they're simply too lazy. Using technology is actually cheaper than using animals. Testing on animals is just so normal to people, and slowly over time, hopefully, we'll make the transition to technology. And we can speed up this process by going here and you fill out a form and you submit it, and it lets people know how many people are against animal testing. A lot of times, you can write to a company and say, I refuse to buy this product because you test on animals, and they take that very seriously. Also, I would research locally, because in every state there's a place where they do animal testing, so I would see how you can help there. And then also, refusing to buy the products overall really does make a difference. And I want to show you this video, and it's kind of graphic, but it does make a difference. Alright, so I know it's really graphic, but that is what happens every single day inside of those labs. So I do wish that you try to make a difference and really stop animal testing and start something into the new time we're in and really make a positive impact.